What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'll be continuing the series of videos, but this is the last video. I will be doing a first impressions of Rose by Gisada, part of their luxury line of fragrances. Now, if you guys aren't aware, I've been doing a series of videos. I've already done all 4. Today what I'll be doing is spraying on Rose and you're seeing exactly how I feel about it. So, your first time here, I do fragrances. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so listen. Now, before I get into Rose, I did spray on Oud. I really liked it. If you guys saw the last video, I sprayed it on, and I wanted to get a full wearing of the fragrance. So I sprayed it on. It was about late morning, and the fragrance basically lasted me throughout the whole day. I decided to wash off the rest of the fragrance. Barely much. You can still pick it up a little bit. I tried to wash it off. It's a pretty strong scent, and it lasts for a while. It lasts 8+ hours. Now it's not projecting for the full 8+ hours, but I got about a good solid, about 2 hours of solid projection where people around you can pick it up. At that point, it starts to dial back to more of a skin scent. But every so often, when you move around, your body heats up. You can kind of smell the fragrance around you. So as long as you're moving or you're kind of active somewhat, you're gonna be able to pick up the fragrance. Later on, about like that 5-6 hour mark, that's when the fragrance really dies down to a skin scent, and you really have to kind of put your nose in those areas to your hand or wherever you spray to actually pick up the fragrance. So I just wanted to let you guys know how it actually performed. And when it dries down, it becomes a really mellow fragrance. It's not as bold as the opening and the early dry down moments of the Oud fragrance. All right, so let's go ahead and get into Rose. So Rose, it states choosing a spicy, fresh, distinctive rose for Rose as a unisex perfume makes this fragrance a magnet for men and women alike. First, this mix of lime and lemon, which is reinforced in the heart of the Bulgarian rose and jasmine, and develops a flowery, slightly oriental touch. Then the fulminant finish of vanilla, musk, and a touch of oud. So this is a floral oriental fragrance. So we got a little bit of oud in here, some floral notes such as the rose, some citrus notes, and I expect to get something a little sweet, little fresh up top, and something floral. But let's see what we get. See what we get here. All right, so actually this has more of the fragrance on it. So let me go ahead and spray it on this hand here. And the reason why I'm wearing a jacket, I just came back from outside. I didn't even take the jacket off. I just came straight in here to film this because I was excited to try out the last fragrance. And you're definitely getting, and it's cold out here in Florida, so you're definitely picking up some of the spiciness. There's some spicy notes in here. This is unique. So you pick up that lemon for sure in the opening. Pick up some of the floral notes, the rose. I feel like there's some other floral notes in this. Did they mention anything else? Jasmine, so the jasmine's in here. Pick up some slight sweetness with the vanilla, the lemon, and the lime is definitely doing something up top right now. I'm not sure how long that's going to last. If it's going to last the whole life of the fragrance, my imagination is going to say that it's going to probably dry down to be more of like a sweeter floral type of scent profile with some slight spiciness. What is the spice though? Did they mention what the spice was? What is the spice? Let's go check. Let me check on their website because the card may not be giving me all the information that I need. This one's not bad. Has a nice fresh floral opening. Something slightly spicy, something's giving a kick. I'm not exactly sure what note that is. I'm trying to figure it out. You know what? Yeah, you don't want to bury your nose too much into that because it's starting to give me like a pine sol type of smell. or like pledge. All right, so they state some of the similar information here. It states that it has a spicy note profile, but it's not telling us what the spice is. Now it's starting to develop into something slightly woody, and I believe that's the oud. It's not very like a stanky oud or anything like that, but it's definitely not like the boldness that you get with the oud fragrance. Man, the floral the citrus notes is starting to give me like cleaner vibes, like cleaning materials, like detergent, or it's when I smell it up close for too long. But honestly, this is not my favorite out of the bunch. I was expecting to like it more just because Dartheo, you actually enjoyed this one a lot, but for me personally, this is not necessarily up my alley. I'm just curious how it dries down, if it's going to be better. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back again and let you guys know how I feel about it, and as far as the dry down is concerned. All right, be right back. Rose. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So rose is a fairly linear scent. So I have had this one for about an hour and a half now, and it hasn't really changed much. There's not much difference on my skin with the opening and the dry down. So you get like that citrus opening with the floral notes and a touch of oud. Now that oud doesn't show its face, so there's a little bit of difference. So the oud doesn't show its face as much in the opening, but it does show its face in the dry down. And the oud isn't like a stanky oud or anything like that. It's just like something that's kind of giving a kind of like an earthy type of smell, not something kind of giving it a little bit of boldness, something different, something a woody element to this fragrance, because without it, it would be like a straight up citrus floral scent. Now it's not my favorite out of the bunch. Currently, if I was to invest in one of these fragrances, or two of them, or three of them, my top three would be number one would be oud, number two would be iris. So number one, oud, number two, iris, and lastly, number three would be imperial. These are my favorite amongst the luxury brand. Now, these scents, they smell all of them smell very natural. Not a single one of them smell synthetic. Now with the rose fragrance, when I mentioned earlier, like I kind of got like a cleaning type of like vibe from the fragrance. When you put your nose very up close to your skin, you kind of get that vibe from the fragrance. However, when you're smelling it in the air, the fragrance kind of produces a more natural smelling, or a more wearable, more appreciative type of smell that kind of steers away from the cleaning type of lemon scent. And rose actually does project a little bit. It does a little bit more on the projection than royal. I find royal to me to be one of the least projecting scents out of the bunch. Out of every fragrance that I've tried, I believe iris is the strongest projecting fragrance. It's not a beast mode, but it's the strongest for sure. I believe second would be oud, third would be rose, and fourth would be imperial, and lastly would be royal. So guys, I hope this helped you out in any way. This will be the last video for the Gisada brand for now, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, I hope you guys will stay safe. Let's keep smelling great, and see you on the next video. Deuces.